Hey everybody, welcome. Cyberbell here for Sport Beyond. That's right, that's the current name of it. And I'll give you up-to-date names as they come along and as I change, if I do. Anyway, also you can me from the podcast side of Sport Beyond show as well. And of course, Satellite Sports Shorts. And yes, I did a video yesterday talking about what we're going to talk about today. Before I do have a big announcement. That's right. I have a friend of mine. You all know that I work for ESPN Radio Madison, like I always talk about. And well, if you heard, I hope you all heard of Sportsmanlike. Sportsmanlike is a national, ESPN national show in New York, and it is, and the hosts are Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman, and Chris Canty, the NFL player. That's right. And of course, I got some funny sidekicks as well, like Pat Costello. But anyway, the news is that Evan Cohen, also Sportsmanlike, will be on Sport Beyond show, my show here, live here on my show, September 17th from 12 to 12:30. I have a full half hour with Evan Cohen on my show. We'll be talking about a lot of sports that are happening as well. One of the things that I'm going to touch on today as well, as we will be on the 17th of September when I have Evan on. The reason I know I got Evan, the way I got Evan on, because he works for ESPN Radio. He's also part of ESPN Radio as well, because his show on Fox Sports is on ESPN Radio, as well as ESPNU, and I think it's another Plus. I think it's I got up to the second channel, but there are two different channels as well. ESPNU, and of course they are on. I do believe they are on Sirius XM, so make sure you check that channel out as well. Once I find that channel on, I will let you know that in a short for Sportsmanlike. But let's dive right in. Today we have there's news, more news actually coming out today. Yes, because today is Tuesday, but it's also getting down to business because the NFL today is cut day for NFL. The NFL, all 32 teams of the NFL are cutting players down to their 32-man roster. And who will be going to their practice squad? And there have been some releases as well, and I will put that out there as well. Here's the one I want to mention as well, and that is the Giants' own DeVito, also known as Cutlets. Cutlets DeVito. So yeah, he is available for a pickup, and there's talk that he could be a Packer, possibly. Who knows? There will be other teams that I imagine that might want him. He won't be a starter, but he will be at least a second or a third string QB. We also have. Oh, okay. This is in the baseball realm. Randolph Jones. Oh, hold on. Randolph. Kyle Randolph hits his 50th home run and joins the mantle in the record books with that home run. Way to go, dude. And yes, he is a Padre. He's a right-hander, right-sided. Anyway, with that, congratulations on that record-breaking hit, homer. Anyway, we got to get back to the football. And yes, this weekend, we have week one of college football. I know I did this last weekend because it was week 0 of college football. Now we are in week 1 of the college football season, 2025. We got a lot of key games we are going to be breaking down in a few minutes as well. So let me check out a little MLB action. See what we got going on today. Okay, we got a couple of slates in the 540 slot as well as 535. We got the Sox and the Oilers in Baltimore with Boston and Baltimore going at it. We got the Braves and the Marlins. Rays and the Guardians. We got the Yankees taking on the Nationals at home. Can they keep their streak? Can they keep it going? They're already 11 games up above 500. And can they keep going up in the standings for the playoffs? We're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. We are already at the end of August. We're going into September in about a week. Next week will be in September, actually. Actually, the first is next Monday, so this Sunday will be the last. So day of the month of August. So we'll be going into September by this time next week. And you know what that also means? Next Thursday night, that's right, the beginning of the NFL season, 2025-2026 season will be starting. But also we have, anyway, let's get back to it. We got the Twins and the Blue Jays going at it 6-7. I'll come back to this one in a minute. We got the Brewers taking on the D-backs. Can they keep their streak on? They are only 18 games away from having 100 wins. And yes, one of the ladies that I work with, HP and Madison, did predict that the Milwaukee Brewers could win 100 games. Molly Brown, ESPN Radio Madison, had predicted the Brewers could win 100 games. She predicted that, and they're close. They're getting close. And we got a good while left of baseball, a good ways of baseball left before the playoffs even hit. And with that, there's another more than 11 games plus. So as long as they can win a couple of games, keep on winning the way they are, at the rate that they're going, they will hit the 100 win mark. In fact, let me see when the last time they actually won 100 games. I think it's been a while. Win. Okay, well, let's type this in. I can give you some more. Of course, we got the Royals and the White Sox tonight. 6:40 and 45. We got the Cardinals taking on the Pirates at home. Okay. We also have the Padres on the road taking on the Mariners. The Cubs taking on the Giants in San Fran. The Tigers are taking on the Athletics on MLB Network. And that's at 9:05 tonight. We also have the Dodgers taking on the Reds at home, also on MLB Network. And now I got the last game I just wanted to bring this up because this is the game. Because they always have one game on Tuesday nights on TBS. And that game for this week will be the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the New York Knicks. Not the New York Knicks, the New York Mets, that is. Okay, here we go. Okay, the last time the Milwaukee Brewers have won 100 games in a single season, they had the last time they were close to was 2011 with 96. And this is according to Google, but I can always fact check this to make sure. Okay, they have won consecutive games, but I don't think they have ever won 100 games. It looks like I will fact check this myself later on, but it looks like they have not gotten to it. The highest was 96. For what I see here for right now, but I'll double fact check that myself again on that. And they are on pace to do that this year. And this could be the first time, and looks like this could be the first time in franchise history that the Milwaukee Brewers could have a 100-win season. Which is a big deal because we all know the Milwaukee Brewers have not been the best in past years. Yes, it got hot really fast, but then they crashed and burned as the playoffs came around. And it might even happen this year because, yeah, even if they do get 100 wins, that's not going to be a guarantee that they're going to go all the way to the World Series. I have seen games. I have personally watched teams in the MLB win 100 games and do not even get past one or two rounds of the MLB playoffs themselves. So that I'm a little hesitant here, and I'm also a little somewhat so about that. Actually, somewhat realist in the words of Molly Brown, actually, on that. And with the Texas All-Star will be a month without a win. Wow. Dang. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's go to the NFL. But first, the WNBA action we got tonight. We go the Fever and Caitlin Clark taking on the Storm tonight on CBS SN at 6 o'clock first tip. And I got the Sports taking at home, taking on the Mercury, also on NBA TV, also at 9 o'clock as well. At 9 o'clock at 9 o'clock. And yes, will be a while before their draft will start. But it looks like the first overall pick of the draft, who I got here is Paige Buckner of UConn. She is 6 foot tall. She's 6 feet tall. I go with that. I'll get more on her as well. Oops. I think that's right. Yeah. Oh, anyway, let me go back here. Here we go. And again, we got NHL hockey coming up as well as NBA. NBA will be starting up in October in a few weeks, in a little over a few weeks or so. The 10 would be October, so September. Next week September, so we got over a month left before the NBA starts, and we know what that means. Dun, 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 dun. That's right. And beyond NBA on NBC will be back. And yes, they will have. Don't forget, they will have the end season tournament as well. And the first two games I will give you will be 11 a.m. game and a 4 a.m. game, Thursday and a Friday games. And those are the 76ers and the Knicks and the Mandolin United. Okay, that's a different team. And this is looks like this one is in the Pelicans. Looks like these two games are actually going to be a couple overseas games, actually. For the I'll try to pronounce these, but I'm not going to try because I don't know if I can say them correctly, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, they are coming up soon. You do have, and also means you're getting ready for college hoops and college volleyball. Yes, we are 2 months out for the hoops because that will not be until November, so we are a little ways out for that. As we get close, I will get a hype up for that. And of course, NHL hockey is going to be starting up soon. Yeah, in a little over a month, the first game will be the Stars and the Blues at 6 o'clock on a Saturday. I believe that's the first game of the season. I'll double check that if that's a preseason or the regular season. I'll double check that and let you know on that. And yes, with this being week one of the college football season, we do have sadly to announce that, and we all know this, that this will be Lee Corso's final collect game day and final head good pick. So I want to take my hat off and tip my hat to him. I love you. You are one of my greatest entertainers and sports analysts, coach, and player. And I always love and looking forward to watching you every Saturday morning. I know you have a struggle about that, but I'm just glad you will have lived a full life and you're part of my family. You're also part of the ESPN family, and you're also part of the college football family as well, and sports in general is also. Because we all love you. I know there will be some heartfelt stories, and I imagine Jen Latta will be doing one of those. And if you're not, Jen Latta is part of that. Is part of Game Day, and she's also part of ESPN Milwaukee. So I hope, Jen, I hope you are going to be okay, because I know you're going to be tearing up, because this will be Lee's last one. You say his swan song in a way, but we do need to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We can do that right now, and then we'll go into the college football stuff or not. So, yes, we are having, there definitely is a lot of news going on with Jerry Jones and Michael Parsons. And this is my, and let me put it, I mean, just be blunt with people here. Jerry Jones is, let me see how old he is first. Okay, Jerry Jones is 82 years old. He's been the owner and whatnot. He's been the owner and been a businessman, the owner, and the president and general manager of the team, of the Cowboys, since 89. And that was back when the Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls. But I think it's time for him to go. I think Jerry Jones needs to retire or be forced to retire. I'm not saying that he should be forced, but I'm thinking the front office, the coaching staff, whatnot, would want to meet and maybe a player or two in there, because Jerry Jones is more about, not just about, I know he loves the game, but he's also all about the money. He needs to get the place as a person, not just as dollar signs. But a lot of owners do that, as well as being a person. But if I was in his position, I would not do what he had been doing with people like Michael Parsons this year, and even last year with Dak Prescott. Even though Dak was given that full contract with that, and getting the $15+ million to make him to be the highest paid quarterback last year. Will they do it again? Will they do what they did last year with Dak this year with Michael? Wait until the beginning of the first game, just before the first game started, to pull the trigger and actually make a deal, and have him sign the contract on the dollar line. Because that didn't happen last year. It did happen last year with Dak. This could be deja vu all over again. Really, deja vu. Michael Parsons is doing this, but I'm not sure of that. I think what Jerry Jones is doing as well, I will be shocked if he gets traded to another team. I know the Packers could use him. There's I know Green Bay could use him. I know the Saints could probably use him. There are a number of teams that could definitely use him as well. Even, yeah, Cowboys. So Mike Parsons, and hey, just last weekend we doing the final game of the preseason of the Cowboys, and he was just lying on the medical table taking a nap because they haven't yet got a deal done, and they need to get it done because if they're not going to get it done anytime soon, or even before next Thursday night when they take the field, I bet he will be out of there and traded. Unless we see if Jerry Jones has any more tricks up his sleeve, but I don't know if he does. I'm not totally sure on that. And I'd like to know everybody's opinion on this. I want to see what our sportsman like thinks about this. I want to know what Michelle Smallman, Christian, Evan, and even Evan Cohen when he gets back next week on the 1st of September. I want to find out from Stephen A. Smith. I want his take on this. I want everyone's take on this and have everyone chime in because I want this to be. This is a big deal. I know for a fact that, and I know I'll see this tomorrow on First Take with Chris, my dog Russo. Be mad about it. Talking about Parsons and Jerry. For sure. Okay, I'm going to veer off a little bit. I'll come back to this, see if there's any more I can come up with. I can get up with this. We do have tennis going on. I've got some mains going on right now on ESPN and ESPN Plus. All three games that are in progress are in the second set. We got, I just can see the initial because I can't see the names correctly. So it's LM. He has 6 in the first and 3 in the second. 7 for GMP. 7 and 1 in the second one. That's on court 1. On court 2, 7. They got MA of Mexico and LC. 3 and 2. 3 in the first. 2 currently in the second. And on Stadium 17 is 4 in the first, 0 in the second, 6 in the first, and 1 in the second. That's France. I believe it's France and Canada. M, F, and D, S. Again, I just saying initials because I don't think I can pronounce the names correctly. Anyway, I do need to take a prime break, and I got another new flavor, so that I think I tried, but it's new to you because I'm trying to hear on camera. It's the Blue Chill. Blue Chill Prime is one of the greatest, many flavors that I like. It's only 20 calories per serving, and only one. Y'all know it's one bottle, and this has 10% coconut water. So yes, these are as healthy as they are. Yeah, that's good. I'm not gonna have. I got another one, but I'm not gonna do this quite yet. But that is Celsius. I love my Celsius. It keeps me going every day from the first time I wake up in the morning. To have energy to do my show and do my housework and do my Taking care of my lady, my love, Kayla Allison Rodriguez, of course. You also know her with her podcast. As well as taking care of family and friends. And you can come here. And this is Camp Creatability. If you want more information on Camp Creatability, I will get the link and I'll share that with you in my bios as well. So I know my friend Jeremy is seeing this. So Jeremy, if you see this, if you can give that link for Creatability, let's go ahead and add that in to the bios of all my social media platforms. And you know my platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, and of course X and TikTok. So all my platforms, you all go, you get all that all in one click on the Linktree app. On the Linktree link, and just tap it, and you get to all my social media platforms. And yes, I was one away, but now I'm two away from needing 100 on Facebook, so I can go live on Facebook. So once I have that, I will be going live on here on X and YouTube, as well as Facebook and TikTok, which I have that in. So we have 4 out of the 5. Eventually, we'll be going live. Eventually, I will go 5, but I'll probably do that one for special occasions by itself. But anyway, let's get back into it, everyone. We got to talk about. We still got the college football to go over. But first, let me see about the ladies in volleyball in tennis. Okay, we got M. Jones. With a 6 in the first and 1 in the second. We got V. Jimsies. Jermaines with a 4, losing the first set 4-6, and up in the second 5-1. We got a KB. And if you go to your YouTube, if you go, and then we got MK, and the MK has the rating in both sets of 2 and 1 and 2 with a 6-1 and a 4-1. Actually, no, a 4-6 and a 1-1. Actually, my bad. And then we also have in the second with the got USA's own V. Glassman taking on S. L. I just see the L. I'm pronounce it. She got 6-4 and 4-1. And of course, you got a lot of other ones you get to play. Excuse those two. I know you got 2 others going on. Also, one in the second and one in the first. And of course, make sure you do download the new ESPN app. You got more. You can be more interactive with it now. And yes, the WWE is now part of this. You can get all the WWE special events and their pay-per-views, whatnot, and more on that app. I'll go back into that in a little bit. Let me pull up a little, see if I can get a little bit more on Parsons. Here we go. Yeah, because it does say about they're saying about trades on them. Okay, this is according to the Sports. According to Sports Illustrated, looks like Jerry Jones is says he won't trade Parsons. And the best player at QB and running back. And he's going to okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. And yes, after this live ends and you watch the replay, which I hope you all do, please give the link. Please give me those clicks. The more the clicks, the better, and as well as likes, shares, retweets, whatnot, as well as your opinions as well, because this is my career, and I would love to hear your takes on my show here with what I'm talking about. Because we mentioned Michael Parsons doing what he's doing. Let's see here. So yeah, I will keep my eye out on Michael Parsons stuff. Michael Parsons deal along with Jerry Jones, because we know Jerry Jones likes to be more involved, and I think Jerry Jones is too involved. Because there's not many owners that get involved in the football when it comes to the comes to on-field playing, when it comes to the players, besides having them sign their contracts and paying them. Besides those three things, that's pretty much what they do with their players. Not just saying we're going to keep you, you cannot be traded or anything like that. And there's other things they can do. But let me know what you think. I'd like to know what you think in the comments on the replay of this episode. Okay. Okay, we're doing good on timing. Let's do a little college football. Finally, college football is, yes, like I said, it is back. But before I do have other news going on as well. And this has caught my eye earlier this morning. And that's the NCAA and Venmo partner to compete to combat harassment with college athletics. Yeah, this is a big deal. I'll just give you the headline. It's basically just dealing with a lot of issues with players. And it has been reported, a hotline launched today. Looks like the NCAA says its research shows that close to 20% of online abuse and harassment has been directed at college basketball and football players on social media is connected to sports betting. On Venmo, most of the harassment comes from the request of payment from the gamblers who lost a bet related to the athlete, according to the NCAA officials. So yes, I can definitely keep my eye out on that as well. And yes, we know about college football. We know all that means. Yes, that's right. College football. Ooh, looks like a Virginia Tech player linebacker got arrested with a DWI. Ouch. That's not good, especially going into the first game of the season. Anyway, we got the running back. Okay, this is according to the Gamecocks. South Carolina running back Fashion 25 ruled eligible to play in the 25 season. Looks like he was the Utah State transfer who ordered the second team all Mountain West honors in last year, who signed with the Gamecocks this past January. And he applied to the NCAA for all of the facts and appeal for making the right decision today. Okay, that's basically summarizing it. Let me go back out. Yes, We have a bunch of good games going on. We start this Thursday night. I know we got the Badgers of Wisconsin taking on Miami of Ohio. I know that because I had to work that day at college game day, our Wisconsin college game day for our VIP tailgate that we have every year. Anyway, we also have games Thursday night. Another Thursday game we have is Boise State taking on South Florida in South Florida on ESPN. That game will be in the afternoon at 4:30 on ESPN. And we do have a Friday game as well. And this one's on Peacock. So if you don't have Peacock, either out of luck or see if you can subscribe and download the app. So we got Illinois taking on Western Illinois there at 6:30 on the Peacock. We got Syracuse and Tennessee on ABC with the after kickoff. We got the Old Dominion taking on Indiana on FS1 at 1:30. We got Nevada taking on Penn State on CBS and Paramount Plus at 1:30. At 2:30, also CBS and Paramount Plus, we got Penn State taking on Nevada at home. Got the Dogs of Georgia taking on Marshall at 2:30 on ESPN. We also have my Alabama Crimson Tide taking on Florida State on the road on ABC at 2:30. The Iowa State and South Dakota on Fox at 2:30 as well. We got Oregon taking on Montana State on Big Ten at 3 o'clock. We got Illinois State and Oklahoma on ESPN and on ESPN Plus and SEC Plus as well. And that game will be at 5 p.m. So make sure you check that out. You got Florida taking on Long Island. All these games are basically going to be some shutouts, but there'll be a couple of games that will be close games as well. You know, you got Long Island and Florida going at it on ESPN Plus as well as SEC Plus as well. SEC Network Plus, that is. Kansas State will take on North Dakota at 6 p.m. on ESPN. UTSA will take on Texas of A&M. A&M Texas A&M on ESPN at 6 p.m. Okay, this is a good one. LSU and Clemson at 6:30 on ABC. I think this is going to be the game that Chris Fowler then we be calling. Double check to see which one they're going to be calling. We got Michigan taking on New Mexico on NBC and Peacock at 6:30. You got AP Pine Bluff taking on Texas Tech at 6:30 on ESPN Plus. We got Ole Miss taking on Georgia State at 6:45 on SEC Network. SMU will take on East Texas A&M ACC Network at 8 p.m. Now this is the late night games because of the West Coast games. We got North Arizona taking on Arizona State also at 9 o'clock on ESPN Plus as well. Virginia Tech will take on South Carolina at South Carolina on ESPN at 2 in the afternoon. On ABC at 6:30, we also have Miami taking on Notre Dame. Can Notre Dame make go on this year to the playoff and maybe even to a title game? We'll find that out. And of course, the game that I did not mention, I'll mention now at 11 a.m. on Fox. And yes, I do know for a fact that this will be the big game of the week that we'll be talking about. Texas at the Horseshoe of the Ohio State University. That's right, the Horns will take on the Buckeyes. And looks like Ohio State's only favored by 2.5 points. Wow, that's pretty short. Even closer than my shades this morning. That is right. That's even closer than my shades this morning. Okay, let me give you some more of these. We got Bama's favored by 13.5. I don't see many games that are going to be close, except for this one, the Clemson LSU game. Clemson is favored by 4. Oh, okay. South Carolina is favored over Virginia Tech at home with 8. 2.5 point favor for Notre Dame over Miami. A lot of these games are either like 14 plus and 40 whatnot. I'm going to go with the others. So those are the ones. Those are the betting lines. If you want more of that, please let me know, and I'll give you more of that. As well as if you're doing college fantasy as well. And again, if you want to do ESPN bet, make sure you do that. Make sure you are 21 years or older, and if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions do apply. Okay. Now, I can give everybody the start of the rankings because we did have a game last weekend. Let me go into that one right now first, because the last Saturday's game we had that was notable was the Iowa State and Kansas State game. And yes, Iowa ranked 22nd Iowa State did beat Kansas, the 17th ranked Texas State. So, for all the teams that will be winning this weekend, they will be at least moving up 1 or maybe 2 spots in the standings going into next week. Going to week 2. I'll go into week 2 and I'll give you a preview of this one, and then once I have more of this, I will put that out. Boise State plays Friday night, FS1 at 8 p.m. This will be a good easy game for Texas at 11 a.m. after taking on Ohio State, no matter how the income ends up. FIU will take on Penn State. That should be an easy one. And that's at 11 a.m. as well on Big Ten. Illinois and Duke, also 11. We got a bunch of 11 games, even on CW network with Baylor and SMU. So you got Virginia Tech taking on Kent State, Texas A&M and Utah State. Same thing for the Ohio State, because they got the gambling team. Same with even the Clemson game. Clemson still have, they go bounce back if they lose with this one with Troy. And of course, Austin Penn taking on the Dogs of Georgia. Yeah, I don't see many games that are going to be huge, except for this one. I see this is going to be a good one. Michigan taking on Oklahoma and Oklahoma. And that's 6:30 p.m. on ABC in week 2. So okay, this is going to NBC Sports. These are the best. This is the 2025 college football features the best bets for Heisman Trophy and awards, playoff odds and predictions. Experts, these are expert picks. Experts for Heisman best bets is LSU's Garrett Newsom with plus 900. We got Clemson's Cad Klubnik with plus 900. Okay, there's that. And of course, there will be others as well. And yes, this is also good to note. We got Ty Simpson will be the starting quarterback for Alabama. For what I heard on that, Ty Simpson is looking good. And I definitely want to give a shout out to Luke Robinson and Jimmy Stein of Lockdown Alabama. And of course, for whatever team you are rooting for, I bet there is a Lockdown Alabama for you as well. Make sure you go to Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, and get your get Lockdown. Go to the Lockdown and find your team there. And yes, looks like, and okay, looks like Langway is going to start for the Gators preseason opener versus LIU. Okay, number 25, we got Deuce quarterback Dawson Mitch. I got a bunch here, but this is like all 25. And what I would do is I would put out this in a graphic so y'all read it out yourselves. But I would love to go through it and a little more. And another episode, I can go a little longer because for where I'm at, what you see right now, I'm only here for a certain amount of time. But when I'm at home or anywhere else, I would definitely be doing my show a lot longer. And I will have a setup that would allow me to have more room to move around. And of course, more technology. That way I can really give you more in depth in sports. And yeah, this is actually what I was looking about. Yeah, it looks like Washington Jackson. There's definitely a video you got to go check out on Washington Jackson. I heard about this a little while ago about a wrestler and MMA fighter going at it. And not just for show, actually going at it. It's wrestler Shoko Stu in stable but critical condition after this attack. Yeah, it's a professional wrestler, John Smith, also known as Shoko Stu, and an MMA fighter as well. And it says that Jackson body slammed Smith to the mat before punching him several times in the head while the wrestler was motionless on the canvas. Yes, and this was, everybody thought at first that this was just the show, whatnot, like we do on the WWE and all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't. It was pure real. Anyway, we got to get back to the college football. Okay, this is what I got from Paul Feinbaum. Looks like Paul Feinbaum has a take here talking about Arch Manning. And yes, that's right. Arch Manning is the quarterback one for Texas Longhorns. We did see him play a couple of games last year. Mostly a couple of throws as well as using his legs. Will he be more of a running quarterback or will he be more of a throwing quarterback? That's what I like to know. He to me, it could be a combo. Has an album of his uncles. We all know who his uncles are. Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. And of course, don't get his grandpa. The other Archie Manning. Okay, let's go back to the NFL. Yes, next week is the opening of the NFL season. So we need to start going through this, like I said, about. Let's see. And yes, okay, this is going to the Browns and Cleveland. I got thanks. This is my sources of Daniel O'Keefe. The Cleveland Browns are releasing the wide receiver Dante Johnson, a league source, along with the sources of Adam Schefter as well. Of Adam Schefter. So thank you, Adam, for giving me that. Cleveland signed. He was just signed in April for the 1 year deal with the veteran minimum, which is $1.17 million, which includes the guarantee money, and it marks the fourth team in 2 years that he has been with. And yes, he was released after getting that money. That's one thing that I should talk to my friends, my ESPN friends as well. I like to know what Jim Matamati think on this kind of stuff. Oh, and yes, we do have a Packer one. Packers has released McCall Hardman and Isaiah Simmons as well. Hardman had the $150,000 signing bonus, along with Simmons with his $167,500 signing bonus, signing 1 year minimum deal, and without had no guarantees there. So yes, this is interesting to me, and that is going to Rob Demovsky. I will get more. I'll check on Rob Demovsky, see what else I can get on him from the Packers training, from the Packers as well, from the Green Bay Packers, as well as Jason Wilde, the big reporter. Yep, I need another pine break. Because yes, I gotta have my pine break so I can give you the best job that I can. And yes, I'm doing I know I'm crushing it. If I'm not, let me know. I will even crush it even more. The only reason I'm not drinking my Celsius right now because I grab one later on. And you gotta be careful when you drink anything that are energy drink, because you don't want to drink so much that you end up in the hospital. Kind of that kind of stuff can happen. But we gotta get back. Let's not talk much of that. Let's go back into the sports world as well. Okay, if you are doing fantasy, I got a little fantasy update for you. If you are picking Tennessee Titans running back Tyjae Spears, ankle injury. He's down with an ankle sprain. And he's on IR. So if you have him on your fantasy, it'll just be a warning. Will this be your friendly reminder if you have him on your fantasy team to put him on your IR and get another running back. Okay, looks like veteran Rasul Douglas has plans to sign with the Miami Dolphins. And this is according to Marshall Lewis Chickens. So yes, the Dolphins are signing cornerback Rasul Douglas to a 1 year deal. according to Jeremy Fowler. And my sources with Jeremy Fowler. He's a free agent. This one else. Anyway, let's see. And yes, like I said, we got to get down to that 53-minute roster, so I will give you more updates as that comes to me, as that it comes available to me. With Shelter, Ian Rappaport, Packers with Waldemonsky and that. And yes, we do have okay, this is at 11:08 today. NFL roster cuts. Okay, this is just saying the live updates on it. That's all it says right here for now. But I would like to know where Daniel Jones was going to end up. Should Daniel Jones go to? Let me see here. Because I know there was stuff with him in the news. The Colts. Oh, that was somebody else. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that. And yes, Jackson. Let me see about Jackson Dart. Because all right, let me ask you this: who is going to be the rookie of the year this year? Let me know in the comments in the replay here, both on X and on YouTube, and my other platforms that I will move them to put them on as well. Who do you think will be the rookie of the year? Who will be the combat player of the year? Who will have the play of the year? Who will be MVP, offense and defense of the year? Start giving me your bold predictions on these kind of stuff, on all these categories of in sports, so I can have my special of the bowl-a-thon, my own bowl-a-thon. So if you want to hear my bowl takes of the NFL, I'll be doing that in a special as well. And if you want to do that, and you want a part of, if you want to do that, you want to do that with ESPN Radio Madison, make sure you hear it to William Tausch next week, because I think it's going to be next week they're going to be having their bowl-a-thon. So make sure you are listening to them next week when they do their bowl-a-thon. And with that, Ben Bush will be back from his honeymoon with his wife. And we'll see what Ben and KBN will pick with their takes, along with Kyle Wallace and, of course, returning Brad Nortman. We'll find out what Jim Given Shuey's Jim Rada and Mark Tremore, as well as Gabe Neitzel, KB, as well as Mr. Relevant himself, Alex Stroth, and of course Jim Matamali, Jim Lovers, Matt Hamilton, and Molly Boyle. And let's see what our sportsman is like. Our sportsman bowl predictions will be with Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman, and Chris Canty. And of course, don't get Pat Costello. So let's see who they pick as their bowl predictions next week. I believe it is next week, yes. So make sure you tune into all of those shows next week once Jordan House has their bowl-a-thon. I love listening to the bowl-a-thon. It's a really great piece to do. I'm just going to do my own twist on it myself on my own way, because William Tausch Bowl-a-thon. I love listening to it and watching it on the YouTube. And they're a lot of fun doing theirs, getting their takes, as well as the shows I just mentioned and the hosts as well. So I will be doing my own version of a bowl-a-thon. And if you want to chime in, that'd be great with your bowl predictions for the NFL season. And with that, okay, let's read the bingo. I got some bingo news, everybody. Bengals give Trey Hendrickson a big bump after a holding. That's right, he wasn't holding initially. So the star has passed. Its pass rusher he'll be getting $14 million raise, according to Cincinnati Bengals, which will be the boost of his 2025 salary to $30 million. Okay, that is definitely a big bump right there in his pay. Bengals Henderson had discussed a 2-year deal for $39 million extension that will be placed him among the top 3 passes if they did that one. So let's see what else goes on with that. And if you are into fantasy football again, Alex Scherzer does have a fantasy football cheat sheet. So make sure you go check that out on the ESPN app as well. So you can check out Alex Scherzer's cheat sheet for the fantasy football. We'll be getting to one of it. I gotta wait and see when our draft will be. We have my local ESPN radio, but anyway, we got more to do, so let's do it. Okay, how about some power rankings? Yes, we gotta start doing power rankings now. And this is one of my favorite segments I like to do on my show, as well as watching it on Jim Gibbon Chewy with Mark Chamoa doing it. Okay, let's start it right now. Okay. And this is according to, and this is, and my source of this one is through ESPN, so make sure you do that. Yes, we had some movement. It looks like Philadelphia had Eagles moved 2 spots back to number 1. And the Kansas City Chiefs dropped 1 to number 2. As well, the Buffalo Bills are still at 3, so don't need to worry about that. Baltimore Ravens up 3 spots to number 4. And their most pressure player is their tight end Mark Anderson. The Detroit Lions dropped 4 spots to number 5. And of course, their guy is most pressure is Goff. Let me give you the most pressure for number 1 of the Eagles is Kevin Patolo. It was Rashard Rice for Kansas City, who's the most pressure for number 2. Number 3 is Joe Bosa for the Bills. Under pressure. I actually need those so I can go with that. Okay, now we have Washington at number 6. They still stay there. And the player that is most under pressure for them is Marshawn Lattimore. We got a big jump, 8 spots. To number 7, we got the Green Bay Packers. That's right, the Green Bay Packers. And the player that's under the most pressure is our cornerback, Kasim Nixon. Nixon is the most player under pressure. The Los Angeles Rams has dropped 7 slots to number 8. Ouch. And the player that has most pressure for them would be a cornerback, Darius Williams. Uh-oh. Guess who dropped? Guess who came up? Guess who came up 10 spots to number 9? That's right. That is right. We got Cincinnati Bengals at 10. And their most pressured player is Zach Taylor. At number 10, dropping 9 spots, is the Minnesota Vikings. And of course, the player that is most under pressure is still draft. Jeremy, can you please not? Sorry, folks. Show draft process. The Denver Broncos are at number 4, up 14 slots to number 11. And looks like not a player this time for Denver who's under pressure. It's their head coach, Sean Payton. Oh, I totally agree to that. I totally agree to that. And that's refreshing. Anyway, back to 12, up 13 slots. We got the Houston Texans. And their most pressure player under pressure is the linebacker, Christian Harris. Guess who dropped 12 spots? They dropped 12 spots, and that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the player that's most under pressure is also a cornerback. That's Jamal Dean. Jamal Dean, everybody. And yes, number 14, also dropping to 11 is the Los Angeles Chargers. And looks like it's there. It looks like who's the person that's under most pressure is the offensive coordinator, Greg Roman. I would agree to that. He's definitely under pressure for what he's been through going on. Roman is known for designing in some of the most creative and dominant rushing offenses in the league, but the critics have asked his play calling and passing completes. And can he keep it going? Yes. Anyway, let's go with that. All right, number 15, the 49ers DS is the play on the motion, the pressure for them is the wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk. At 16, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers moving up 17 slots. And let's let Mike Tomlin, the head coach himself, is the one that will be most under pressure. At 17, dropping 16 spots, is the Seattle Seahawks. And the most, and who's the player guy that's most under pressure is the running back, Kenneth Walker III. Yeah, I definitely would agree to that. He only has 6 starts with the Seahawks since 2022 draft class. And when he's healthy, he does do well. When healthy, he's definitely a tough running back. I can definitely see that when I watch him play. And of course, we'll see how he does next week in week 1. Okay, we have the number 9 up 19 spots. 19 slots. Coming up to 19 is the Dallas Cowboys. And yes, I figured this will be the person that will be under pressure. They'll be the head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. Ooh, the Falcons of Atlanta dropped 18 spots to number 19. And the tight end, Kyle Pitts Sr. is the one who's under most pressure. At 20, we still have the Dolphins of Miami. And, of course, the head coach, Mike Don is the one under pressure as well. Here's another shot. Here's another, not a shot. The Chicago Bears. It's still at 21. And yes, I knew this for a fact for how he played last year. Caleb Williams is the player that will quarterback. Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears is the one under most pressure. He can be under pressure for quite a while, actually. I'm be sure he'll be pressured again this time next season. And we gotta see what he does this season to see if he has a bright future for the next couple of seasons. And will the Bears give him a max deal coming up? Will he get another contract? Will he get a little bit more money? Gotta wait and find out, see how he does. Along with head coach Ben Johnson, that was the coach, one of the coordinators for the Lions last year. Anyway, we got 22 at Arizona Cardinals staying at 22, staying there. Solid. Oh, looks like this is the first. The general manager is the one under pressure. Monty Osford. And of course, the Patriots are still at number 23, and they got not one, but two people, two players that actually are under pressure. They got at left tackle Will Campbell, and at left guard they got Jared Wilson. Yes, I would not be surprised they will have two, because not many teams have two. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It depends on the situation in their camp. Up 25 slots, but not. The Jaguars are at 24. And yes, the quarterback Trevor Lawrence is under pressure. And of course, we know how he's been. He is going to be entering his fifth year. His fifth season of the year. His fifth season in the NFL. And his third head coach as well, along with the head coach. And Lawrence has yet to play consistently well over a full season, and that is for sure. And he's injured and married as he got his injury and got married in the past 2 years. So now his coach have a lot of what to do, especially with his speed work. So let's see how well they do. And yes, they do have Travis Hunter, the two-way player. And see, it looks like Jaguars are upgrading the inner offense line and adding a playmaker and wide receiver / cornerback, Travis Hunter. And this is one thing I'm definitely, even though I'm not a Jaguars fan, I'm going to see this for sure. I will be following Travis Hunter's career as well, because he is a dominant player for sure. He was dominant in Colorado with Primetime, Deion Sanders, and Shedeur Sanders as well. And yes, that's another thing I want to bring up. It's Shedeur Sanders. Will he be quarterback number 2, or will he be quarterback number 3? We all know who's quarterback 1 now, Joe Flacco. Up 26 spots. We got the Los Angeles Raiders, and it got Tyrese Wilson as the defensive end that's under pressure. And yes, he was a first rounder, actually, and he had last season 4.5 sacks and the 1 forced fumble. So yes, can he do the same thing again this season, or will he be more consistent and maybe go up to 5, maybe 6, and maybe one or more than 1 forced fumble this year? Let's see how well he does with that. Anyway, we are at 26, dropping at 24 spots. We do have the Indianapolis Colts, and the general manager, Chris Ballard, is the most guy, the guy who's most under pressure as well. Carolina Panthers stay as is. Of course, the quarterback Bryce Young will be is the one under pressure. I figured that off the bat last year. He's finally started getting it together and started actually winning and doing a lot better and starting winning, getting a good wins under his belt last season. Let's see how well he does with his momentum going forward. 28, we got the Jets up 30. Justin Fields is the quarterback, so let's see well he is under pressure. And yes, we know he got $30 million in guaranteed money, so let's see how well he does as well. And of course, dealing with the Daniel Jones deal situation as well. We got Trinity at 29 up 32. We got the Giants of New York, and yes, the coach Brian, and both the coach and general managers are under pressure. Brian O'Ball and Joe. Let's see Brian and Joe. And yes, they are. It looks like you're going to have Jackson Dot. See how well Jackson Dot. Who would be the quarterback one? Russell Wilson or Jackson Dot? I can see Jackson Dot being quarterback number one for me. I see him how well he did in college this past season, going into mini camps, going to the combine as well as the draft. So yes, I'm definitely looking forward to watching Jackson Dart and see how well he plays and how well he develops throughout the season. Cleveland has dropped to 30. And yes, Andrew Berry and Karen, the general manager and the coach, Karen Chikis, are the guys under pressure. All right, last two, we're going to shoot this real quick. The Saints and the Titans. Titans last 31st is the Saints, down 28 and down 31. Coming more of the Saints, the coaches under pressure. And lastly, for the Tennessee Titans at 32, is the coach Brian Callahan. So that is the up-to-date power rankings going into next week. So there'll be one more set of power rankings coming out before the season begins, and we'll go from there. I'll be doing the power rankings a couple of times this week, couple of times throughout the season. But until then, I will make everyone have a great week. Enjoy your college football weekend. I sure will. Until next time, I will see you then. Have a great one.
Take the tape.